In response to a request by some students, I'm going to demonstrate practice exercise number 6 about comparing and merging documents. Okay, so first of all you should have those files, which should either be on the CD with your book, or you could have downloaded it from the Prentice Hall website. So what they want to do is they want you to compare and merge documents from what you did in hands-on exercise 1 and 2 with a specific file where they completed it, and you should compare those two files. I'm going to show you how to do it first in Word, Microsoft Word, and then for those of you who have OpenOffice and asked me how you go about doing that, I'll show you in OpenOffice as well. I actually didn't do the hands-on exercise, but I'll pretend that I did. I'm going to open in the Exploring Word folder. I'm going to open up the Practice 1, Chapter 1, Practice 6, Compare and Merge Documents.doc. And I'll open this up. And they claim that the only difference, somebody else opened it, so we'll just say, okay, it doesn't really matter for now. Here's this document, and the difference between this document and the document that I created, they claim, is just that over here where it has your name goes here, and this bottom part about the compare and merge documents command, all of that instead just has your first name and social security number. So here I'm going to put in my first name and whatever my social security number is, doesn't matter. Here we go, I put in a social security number. So this is essentially the document that we created in hands-on exercise 1 and 2. And I'm going to say File, Save As, and I'll call it my first document solution or something like that. My first doc solution. And I'll save that. So now I have my first doc solution, and I also have that hands-on exercise. So that just created, and I have that this file that they wanted me to open, this Chapter 1 Practice 6 document. So I'll close this now, and now I have those two documents. So now we're ready to start with step 1, which is open up the completed Chapter 1 Practice 6 document in the Exploring Word folder. So File, Open, Chapter 1, Practice 6, Compare and Merge Documents. I open this up. So that was step 1. I'll just open it like this. Now I'm going to pull down the Tools menu. Here's the Tools menu. And I'm going to go to the option here, which is Compare and Merge Documents. And they ask me to make this legal black line, make sure that this is checked off. A legal black line is basically going to put a little line in the margin showing where there are differences between the current document and some other document. And so I'm going to choose legal black line, and I'm going to also I already have this Chapter 1 Practice 6 document open. I want to compare it with my first document, which I just happen to call it my first doc solution.doc. That's the one I'm going to compare with. So now I'm going to click on Compare, and after doing everything, it's going to open up some kind of new document. It'll call Document 1 or Document 2 or Document 3. You can always save it as some other name. And if you look, you see we have here this legal black line on the side. It also says here what was deleted. See, deleted Josh 123, etc. So it shows, and instead it has all of the text that they inserted in this place. So like that, we compared the two documents. We have a nice green here showing it. Next, they want us in step D to click the Read button on the standard toolbar. So here is the standard toolbar, and there's this Read button over here. You could also choose View Reading Layout, and that's going to open this up, and then they want you to play around with various settings, like here is to increase the text size or to decrease the text size until it's something that's nice and viewable. And we could ignore the rest of the things that they want to print. This is essentially what they wanted you to get from this compare and merge documents. Now, for those of you who happen to have OpenOffice instead, here's how you go about doing it. First, I'm just going to close Word here. You can click on Close to close this reading view, and then I'll just close this window. I don't need this document 3. I don't need any of this right now. I'm just going to close Word. And I'm just gonna I'll just close it here anyway in Writer. and I'm going to do the same thing in OpenOffice. So we open up OpenOffice. Here we go. So we have openoffice.org, file, and I'm going to open up, and once again I navigate to the Exploring Word folder where you have all of them, and I'm going to open up Chapter 1, Practice 6, Compare and Merge Documents.doc, and I just say open. And then after waiting for a bit, it'll open it up. This is the same My First Documents. And here it's actually in a different place. Under the Edit menu, you might think that you go to Changes and Merge Documents, but that actually will only work for copies and changes that you made of some kind of initial document that, I guess it somehow stores some kind of document ID in it, such that I tried doing it, it didn't seem to work. So we're not going to do merge document, although in some cases this is exactly what you'd want to do. Instead, we'll just choose also on the Edit menu, compare document. This is different than Word. Sometimes OpenOffice puts commands in different places. So in Word, we went to the Tools menu and they had a compare and merge document. Here, we're just going to choose compare document, and that's going to do what we want. So I choose compare document, and once again, the file that's currently open is Chapter 1, Practice 6. We would like to compare it with this file that I created in My First Document Solution, My First Doc Solution.doc, and I'm going to say insert. And then it's going to bring up this accept or reject changes, which is going for each insertion and deletion. I could accept or reject whether to put it or not, and it'll actually, as I scroll in this document, as I click on each insertion or deletion, it'll highlight it so I could choose it. For now, I'm just going to just exit out. In other words, close this little dialog box that popped up, and we end up having the same result as we had. You see, we have a little line through the text that I had in my document, and I have all of the insertions over here in pink. So it has exactly the same behavior as we had in Word. And then if you wanted to, let's see if we could actually see we have print layout, and we don't seem to have a reading layout. I haven't really experimented enough with OpenOffice to know if such a thing exists in the current version of OpenOffice, but so far so good. This is essentially what I wanted you to accomplish. We even have this legal black line on the side. So now let's just stop this, and I'll see you in class.